Don't mind, don't mind. Okay, can. Okay, so before we start our logarithm, right, I want to go through something. I want to go through B7 of the textbook by request. Okay, so let's look at B7. So B7 is actually part one, a similar question is in the 5.3a exit pass. The last few questions where what we are going to do over here, right, is we need to convert x and y and replace them with p and q. Okay, you see this question given that log 2x is equals to p, log 4y equals to q. So we need to express each of the following in terms of p and q. So it's to get rid of x and y and replace them with p and q. Okay, so so you have the logarithm form to consider. You also have the exponential form to consider. So you may need to do some shifting. So the strategy is, there's many strategies. Sometimes for logarithm, right, sometimes we need to combine them, correct? Sometimes we need to break them up and replace them and substitute into different values. Sometimes we need to combine them and remove the log altogether. Remember all these kind of strategies? So this question, right, they are all stuck together. So the strategy is to break them apart and we see what happens. So let's look at question 1. This is log base 2 of xy. Okay, notice this is log base 2. This is log base 4. This one over here, log base 2 of x, log base 4 of y is going to be q. Okay, so we need to do a little bit of change to handle this effect. So let's start with this first. Okay, so the problem over here is this is in base 2. This is in base 4. So we definitely need to change base somewhere. But don't worry first, we're going to change base later. We handle this first. So let's split this out. If it's a product, we can change it to a sum, correct? So this is going to be log base 2 of x plus log base 2 of y, correct? Okay? Now, then very nice, what is log base 2 of x? Our p. We can sub in the p over here. Very nicely, we can put this p. Then log base 2 of y, problem. Cannot replace it because we need base 4. So we can use the change of base rule to replace. So if we want to change to base 4, so this will be log y at the numerator, log 2 at the denominator. The original one will go to the denominator. We can change this to base 2, base 4, and change this to base 4. Okay, change to any base that we want. Just nice, we want base 4. So what we do here is we have p plus, okay, log 4y, this one, it will replace with q. Okay, then the next question is, what is log base 4 of 2? I copied question wrongly. Where? Huh?
I thought log y is always base 4.
No, all the one base 2, we need to change to base 4. The question is there. This is the question. That's the question. Yeah. Okay, so what 4 to the power of what is 2? 4 to the power of? 4 to the power of 2 is 16. So 4 to the power of what is 2? Half, correct, square root, power half, okay? So this one, power half below, right? So keep, change, flip, so this would be p plus 2q. So our final answer is in terms of p and q, so meaning only p, only q, no x, no y. Okay? So we just need to replace x and y with p and q. Alright? Let's take a look at number 2. Okay, number 2 maybe, okay, number 2, we have now a bit different. Now it's base 4 of x over y. So what we can do first, split them up. So how do we split them up? This is a quotient. So how do we split? Log 4x minus log 4y, okay? So log 4x minus log 4y. Now the problem is, this one is not in the base that we want, correct? We want base 2, so let's change this to base 2. Change base, change base. Change to base 2, change to base 2. Okay? Log 4y, very nice. This is equals to q, so we can substitute q inside here. Next, log base 2 of x is p, so we replace this with a p. Okay, then the next question. 2 to the power of what is 4? 2. So this one very nice. This is the number 2. So over Q. Answer like that. Okay, P over 2 minus Q. Okay, next one. Next one, you see this one, confusing, but not to worry. Can do, can do. So part 3, you have log base x of 4y. Okay, so before we start, same strategy, because when we want to replace and substitute things, we need to substitute them individually. So we need to split them up. So how do we split this up? This will be equals to, maybe I'll throw this to Kaylin. Kaylin, you want to try? This one. How? How to split it up? How to split? Same, it's the same. 4 and y, correct? So log 4x and then plus or minus? Plus, okay, good. Then log base x of y like that. Okay? Can log base x of 4, log base x of y. Okay, next problem. Okay, next problem. This is base x. This is base x and y. Okay, but the thing is over here is base 2, base 4. Okay, so for the x, right, we want a base 2 over here. Agree? So we can change the base. Let's change our base. So this is log 4. This is log x. Change this to what we want. We want base 2. We put the base 2 over here. Okay? This one, okay, subjective. You want to change to base 2 also can. You want to change to base 4 also can. Up to you. Okay? We change to base 4 first. Okay? Change to base 4 first and then we see how we play out. So I have a log y. I have a log x. Okay? Then this would be base 4. This will be base 4. Let's settle some easy things first. Okay, so what is this over here? This one is going to be log base 2 of 4. This is 2. Log base 2 of x is my p. Log base 4 of y is my q. And then log base 4 of x, I don't know yet. I need to do something to it. What can I do to this one to get back what I want? I change my base again. Can change base again. So how do I change base again? I will have a log x above. I have a log 4 below. Change to the base that I want, which is base 2. So change to base 2, change to base 2, like this. Okay? So now we are dealing with a 3-layer cake. Okay, you know the crab cake? Crepe cake. Crab cake. Crab. Yeah, okay. So something like this. Okay, so this is log base 2 of x is p. Okay, log base 2 of 4 is 2. Okay, keep change flip. So we are going to have something like this. And then we can write it in one nice term. Like this. Okay? Okay, part 3. So part 3, we need a bit of patience and a bit of perseverance. Okay, part 4. Now part 4 is the one that we need to do a little bit of homework. So part 4 over here, we need to have x and y because there's no logarithm. So here, over here, we need to change and convert this to exponential form. So base 2, x and p. So base 2 to the power of p is x. Okay, over here base 4, the power is q. So base 4 power q, this is equals to y. Okay, we can change this to the index form. Then, what is x square and y? So x square y is equals to this thing square and this. So what is x? 2 to the power of p. What is y? 4 to the power of q. So when you get this out, this one would be very nice. Okay, so this would be 2 to the power of 2p and 4 to the power of q. You can leave it like this. Okay, if you want to be a little bit more hardworking, you can write something like this. Okay, so what is 2 square? 2 square is 4. So in the end of the day, you have a 4 power p plus q. Okay, like that. Okay, so this is how we deal with the this kind of question where we, and then this is a very standard question. Okay, very, very standard question. Okay, am I recording? Got red dot, right? Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, very, very standard question, so should know. So this one is in your exit pass, 5.3a.